Hey, it's Frank from 40 Honeybee, and I'm here to inspect this hive, the 86 Offroad hive, and it's the 1 week mark. I installed it a week ago, so we just want to see if there are any issues. We want to see if they're taking resources and bringing in their own resources, and just check out the queen and make sure she's laying and that the hive is expanding. So thanks for joining me at 40 Honeybee. Surprisingly, there's not a great amount of activity. It's just about 1 o'clock. It's 24 degrees out. It's starting to get a bit overcast, but it's a nice day. It's 24 degrees out in Celsius, which is 75 Fahrenheit for my American friends. You can see right around the hive, there's even some good stuff for the bees to latch onto. And it's been kind of a mixed week, as it's been a mixed spring. Lots of rain. You can see how this alfalfa slash grass field is doing, hay field. It's doing really well, as are most of the crops so far. But it's been, you know, in the last 7 days, which this hive has been installed, maybe there's been 3 outright sunny days. There's been a couple of overcast days and then a couple of really bad rainy days. So that probably holds up the production, but let's see how they're doing. Again, here, it's the first inspection since I put them in. So all we're looking at is we're hoping that they're taking resources. We're hoping that they are laying, and just looking to see if there are any obvious issues. I always say you really need to have a plan every time you do an inspection. Wow, that looks great. They're just about done with the sugar water, so I definitely have to come up and bring more sugar water. Both hives have gone through, oh geez, a lot. I can count up how many quarts of sugar water they've had, but I just got to bring more. I'm just going to look underneath to make sure the queen's not there, because she could be. And again, when you set the feeder down, make sure you don't set it down flush on the middle, because you'll squish bees. Look at that though, burbling over really nicely there. Okay, let's have a look here. Got the smoker going, but I haven't smoked them. They're incredibly calm so far. Just look for the queen here on the hard lid. Again, the only reason why we have this hard lid right now is because we've got the feeder going, and this holds up the feeder. Once we stop feeding, then all they're going to have is this inside lid. And look at how calm these bees are. Wow. Okay, wait for the sound. Here comes the sound. Sound of bee victory. Okay, good number of bees. Wow. I'm looking for the queen on the soft lid here, making sure I don't peel her off with the rest of the bees that are on here. This queen is marked, and they're going at that pollen patty nicely there, so that's great. Yeah, they're eating the pollen patty. They're chipping away at the paper. I don't see a queen here, which is good. Set them down right over here. Okay, so right off the bat, again, it was a 4-frame nuke, which I think were 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can see they're just starting to move on to the next frames. Let's have a quick look at the bottom board here. Yeah, they have hatched out some brood. You can see a line of hatched out brood here and here. So that's good. Let's just clean this off. Get it back inside. Didn't do a good job of cleaning it off, did I? See lots of ants, but they're on the outside of the hive, so that's fine. That's especially common when you're feeding them sugar water. All right, let's get some of these frames out and have a look. Outside frames, don't expect much to be happening on those. But we do take a quick look just to make sure the queen isn't there. I mean, you never expect the queen on the outside frames, but she has been there. She's been everywhere, basically. She's been on the lid, on the side of the box, on the bottom of the box. outside frames, honey frames, already filled brood frames. She can be anywhere. So keep that in mind. Okay, this frame is starting to get some good weight to it. Guess what? They're building this one out wonky too. Holy smokes. Oh, this is so interesting. I've been doing this for 8 years, never had a single wonky bee frame. And now look at what these guys are doing. And again, it looks like, I mean, they're still using it. I see, well, a little queen cup there. And there's bee bread. There's nectar. So we'll see what's going on. And again, everyone unanimously says that the reason why that's happening is because there's not enough wax on the frames, and I get that. But again, this frame is kind of looking a little wonky too. It's a little built out pretty far there, see? But and there, but I don't know if that's the cause, but it might be contributing. Let's see. Let's keep looking. Very heavy frame here. Look at that solid brood. Beautiful. Beautiful wall to wall brood. There's another one. Just incredibly beautiful frame full of brood. So when these brood frames start to hatch, this hive is going to explode. I'd say it's not too far away from that. Come on, guys, give me some working room here. Very calm bees as well, very happy right now. Okay, so this is a frame that's hatching out, and as it's hatching out, they're backfilling it with pollen and honey. Let's see what's happening on this side. Same thing here. Hatching out from the middle. Backfilling it immediately. And let's see where the queen is laying her eggs right now. Come on, guys, make way. Wow, another very heavy frame. You can just tell when you're lifting them. That initial lift, oh my goodness, look at that frame of brood. Beautiful. Just beautiful. You see the pollen on that girl. Wow. Very nice frame. I'm just going to check out a couple of cells at the bottom here, make sure they're not queen cells. Nope. Nothing happening there. Nothing happening there. Okay, this next frame should be telling. I expect to find the queen on this frame as well. Wow, very heavy. Okay, so this is hatched out brood, and it is, what's it got there? It's got larvae leading out to eggs on the outside. So the queen's been laying on this frame. Awesome. And this one is beautiful. Again, they're capping the brood in the middle and working out to larvae on the outside. And then they've got bee bread and then honey. Just lots of resources. This hive is good on resources. Okay, this is a frame that they're just building out now, and it looks pretty busy with bees, so maybe the queen's on here. Now, they've built this one out really nicely, and they are filling it with nectar. You've even capped off some over here already. Kind of an early capping job there, ladies. Surprised I didn't see the queen, particularly because she's marked. But I'm not worried about it. I saw plenty of sign, and they look great. So I'm going to put this box back together. I'm going to smoke them down a little bit just to remove this burr comb, because nobody likes burr comb, right? And then with regards to the wonky one, that wonky frame that they're building up, just going to let it go for a week and see what happens after a week. Some people have commented that they do fix it eventually. I'm gonna smoke these guys down. I know, guys, I know. It's nothing you did. I just got to get you away from all this burr comb. Come on, guys. Okay. Look at all that drone brood up top there. Some queens lay it up top. Some queens lay it down below. It's good to see brood comb. Sorry, it's good to see drone brood. Okay, so 2 more frames in, and that concludes this inspection. Got to get some more resources out there for them. Got to get some more sugar water, and just keep an eye on that wonky comb, but I'm not going to get too bent out of shape over it, and hopefully you don't either. We'll just see what they do. All right, so get the soft cover back on. Okay, so that concludes that inspection, and I'm happy with the numbers. I'm happy with the resources they've got. I'm even happy with the amount that the queen is laying. I'm mostly unhappy with my performance, to be honest with you. Might have to do something about that wonky comb, might not. I'm going to let it go another week and see if they do fix it. And if they don't, then I'll have to do something about it. But I didn't see the queen there either, and she's marked, so I could do better at that as well. And but the bees are doing well. I'm going to bring them more sugar water. They're eating up the pollen patty just fine. I'm going to continue to feed them. It's the beginning of June, and until they get, 6 or 7 frames worth of bees, I'll probably be feeding them, or until they stop taking the feed. So that's it. Hopefully this helps somebody. If you have any comments, please leave them in the section below. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. It helps me out, gets me some cold hard cash, which always helps with these bees. And that's it. The rest is just thanking you for joining me. Have 40 honeybee.